All righty. So I'm assuming that I've got I've got a 4, 8, I've got about 20 little tiles on my screen now, which means that I think we've got 20 people here with us, or 18 plus us. You
we
and
do
me.
have 20.
Okay, great. Well, I see, see Kathleen. No, we didn't have Kathleen. So we have, hello, there's some more people popping in. Pop in, folks. Ellen, hello, Ellen. Oh, there. Oh, I see. Oh, this is really cool because my tails are getting smaller as there's more people. It's you know, Hollywood Squares kind of on steroids. There's a lurk for you. Hi, Holly. Hi, Kate. Who else we got? Reardon's back. Good. Ellen, Lisa, Tony, Kathy. All right. Well, we got some people who are full participants here who have actually tossed lyrics into the pot. For Allison, hello, Helen, good. All right, yeah, I think we're off and rolling here. So, how many of you? I think I can see hands raised. How many of you are here for the first time? Raise a hand. Do I see any hands up? Hello, this is a hand. Nobody? Everybody was here yesterday or the day before? Well, this is wonderful. That means I don't have to repeat myself, even though I am given to repeating myself.
There are a couple of people who are raising their hands. Julie, for example, is raising her hand. Hi, Julie.
Julie, oh, there's Julie. Oh, yes, you're okay. You're on a phone, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. Because yeah, you got a tiny little screen there. Okay. So what we're doing here is this is an exercise in sort of kickstarting creativity. You know, what can one do in 5 short sessions, bang, bang, bang in a row? My joy in doing this is to sort of open up possibilities to you for how to give yourself permission to be as creative as all get out, how to crack into lyric writing, how to crack into melody writing, some of the nuts and bolts of how to put these things together and make songs out of them. You know, there's a thousand ways into songwriting. This is, you know, I have sort of stolen from all the bright lights that I've been lucky enough to be in the presence of for all my life. And I've got all kinds of fun things that have worked for me. And I just love sharing them. And as I always say, you know, I get as much out of your zeal and creativity as you get out of this class. I always find myself just completely swamped with creative juices after doing one of these workshops. My most fertile, productive times of the year is the week after I finish teaching a class, because all you guys have done that to me. And as I will say, I guess once a day, we are all engaged in the world's least competitive art form, because I can't write your songs and you can't write mine. And so there's all you can do is speak your truth and put it out there and have the guts to actually do it. Because every one of us, just by virtue of walking around the world breathing, we have points of view, and those points of views are unique and they're important. And your way of engaging the world is important and valuable. And you know, every now and then you find a way to express that, and it's a wonderful thing. The world is a better place for every song that gets thrown out into it. So far, just a little recap here. We have the big project or exercise is this collaboration project where it's several steps. And the first step is to find a song out in the world that you like, and diagram it like you diagram sentences, if anybody really still does that in school, where you sort of analyze how many beats there are, how many pulses there are per line, how many lines there are in a verse, how the rhymes work. If it's a four-line verse, do the first and second lines rhyme, do the first and third and second and fourth lines rhyme, figure out that. And then using that template, come up with brand new words that have nothing to do with the original song, but that fit that pattern. So I call it hanging new lyrics on the bones of an old song. And I gave expressions. I did, Dear Prudence by the Beatles. I wrote a song called Complaining, which sure as hell had nothing to do with Dear Prudence, but it amused me. And I wrote a song for my son called No Distractions, which was hung on Ain't Misbehavin'. Again, I'm sure somewhere Fats Waller is forgiving me. There's 1,000 songs. It's, some song that just kind of gets lodged in your head. My most recent one that I think I played the first day was the Hollies' Hey Carrie Ann, which is just this horribly catchy song that got stuck in my head a few weeks ago. And in order to kind of, ram a stake through its heart, I used that as a template and wrote a new song and a new melody for that. So what we do is we're doing that, and then step 2 of this project is that I pair you off with another person in the class, and your lyrics go to another person in the class. Now the second person has no idea what song you hung your lyrics on. The original song is unknown, is a mystery, and it must remain so. So that those lyrics, just by virtue of their own structure and their own whatever they're saying, they go to another person in another songwriter in this class, and that person's job is to find a way to put a melody or chords or both to those lyrics. The desired end result is by Sunday, when I hope that I expect and plan to share the results of everybody's collaborations, is you've got a collaborative song that is a legitimate brand new song that is in the world and never would have come into the world without the two of you. You've now collaborated on a new song. You've written a song. And those of you who have kind of this tag team, I haven't just paired everybody off. I've sort of given people lyrics as they become available. I hope I haven't missed anybody. That's one of the questions I need to ask. But everybody should have 2 songs. You should have the song that you wrote the lyrics to and the song that you wrote the melody to. So you'd be able to kind of waltz off next week with 2 songs under your belt, which is no bad thing. This is a lot more songs than I usually write in a week. So there you have it. I should ask right now, I paired off the following, just real quick. Allison, I gave your lyrics to Luke. Tony, I gave your lyrics to Allison. Helen, I gave your lyrics to Yael, and then I gave Yael's, you guys are going back and forth. Yael's got lyrics went to Helen. Ellen went to Reardon. Lisa went to Tony. Kathy went to Lisa. And Catherine went to Kathy. And I think that means that I don't have lyrics from either Reardon or Luke. Is that right? Either of you? Okay, I see a nod. Reardon, okay. If I've missed somebody, squawk in the chat, please, or say something now, please.
Can you repeat that? Just you said it fast. Or just tell me the very beginning, because I was right at the beginning. I was curious who mine went to and who I'm getting.
This is Allison?
Yeah, sorry. I don't have my video on. Yeah, it's Allison.
Okay. All right, yeah. Hi, Allison. Allison, your lyrics went to Luke.
Okay.
A young fellow whose face I do not see, but I'm looking. Well, he perhaps isn't here yet. Okay. So, yeah.
And I'm going to get, and did you say, am I going to get somebody else's lyrics?
Yeah, you've got Tony.
Okay.
Tony's lyrics came to you. Now, I sent everybody these via email. I hope you got them.
I'll check.
Okay. So if any of you didn't get what I just said you were supposed to get, please let me know. I'm trusting this level of technology that I actually have an understanding of. The rest of the 21st century scares me to death. So there you have it. That's okay. That's where we're starting. And so you have until Sunday, but if inspiration takes over and you come up with something like now or tomorrow, don't be shy. Actually, it might be nice not to have a big rush at the end. If you come up with a good melodic setting for the lyrics that you were given, I'd love to hear it tomorrow if you got it.
I have to admit that I completely misunderstood you.
Who's it?
Tony.
Tony, what did you miss? What did you understand? What did you misunderstand, sir?
Well, I didn't hear anything from Allison, so when you gave me the email with Lisa's stuff,
Yes.
we got busy last night and we completed 2 songs already.
Well, then that's what I expected you to do. I expected you to use Lisa's lyrics for a song, and you did so?
Yeah, but she did mine too.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to, whoever.
Okay. Well, you know what? The more the merrier. The more the merrier.
I don't see an email from you.
More lyrics, and she made me prepare to perform it too.
All right then, Allison, I'll work that out. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So I wanted you to have Tony's lyrics, and I will make that happen.
Allison, would you mind, you can send it direct to me if you don't want to share it with everybody, but just send your email address again in chat, and that way I will make sure Tony gets it. Sorry, not Tony, Danny. There's too many people in my world right at the moment.
Yeah, I know I have it. I know I have it because you sent it to me. I mean, you sent me an email, so I thought I responded to it, but maybe I goofed.
We'll just check. I'm sure you did it just fine, but we'll just check and make sure.
I don't know. Sometimes the email gods are fickle. The lurking thing, everybody. Lurking is life. It's a way of dealing with it. And about a minute before we started our class, I was listening to the end of the Brema class that was in the same room, and one of the last lines that Roxanne said was, she said what she wanted everybody to ask themselves every day was, how am I in this moment? And I just thought, what a great thing to ask yourself as a songwriter too. How am I? If you have, like, you're not really sure what you want to write about, but you've got yourself a little scrap of time within which you can be creative. You just got to sit down with paper and a pencil and ask yourself, how am I in this moment? And do a little free write, see what happens. I just thought that was really kind of a cool open-ended idea.
So Danny, there are a couple of questions that we might want to deal with now.
Let's do it.
There's, let's see here. I'm just making sure I don't mess around with things I don't need to tell you about. Bethany says, is there anyone else who would like to write lyrics tomorrow and then trade for Sunday? She'd like to participate over the weekend. And Kathy probably asks a really good, useful, important question, which is, how do you write this down? How do you notate what it is that you're planning to do?
Fantastic.
And Suzanne says she's got some lyrics that need some editing, but almost ready. And Kate says, my lyrics were given out, but I haven't received any, so I am open.
Right. Kate has not received any. Wait a minute. Well, yours were given. I don't know that I gave yours out. I don't. Kate.
She heard you say so. Right, Kate?
Are you Catherine or?
I'm both, yes. So.
Are you Catherine with a Y? Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so I will.
Mine to Kathy. But,
I gave yours to Kathy. I'm sorry, Kate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
But for instance, if Reardon needs to generate some lyrics, hi Reardon. Maybe they'll wind up in Catherine's capable hand.
Right. Well, Kate, you haven't gotten any, but I just got a note saying that that Suzanne has lyrics. Oh no, she has lyrics. She has lyrics that need a bit of editing. I'm not sure that she is offering them up. We'll find out. But okay, so let's see.
The how to notate would be useful.
Yes, how to notate.
Can I add? I'd like to add one thing. This is Celia, Tony's wife, and I was kind of listening into the stuff earlier on the last one. Tony is encouraging me to participate in this because I do have most of the lyrics of a song. I'm still working on the bridge, have a troubling with the bridge, that is a parody to Lovesick Blues called The Home Remodeling.
Yes, yes.
For some weeks. And I have another one that I started from today's headlines.
Don't tell us the song.
No,
But it's only one stanza, and I can't even remember. And I'm having trouble remembering the melody I came up with.
Okay. Well, here's what we can do. I have a few things I'd like to do for the beginning of the class, and then we can, I hope, share some of your song output and comment on it and talk about it for the last at least third of the class. Okay. Well, I guess first of all is, what do we have here? No, I don't know. First of all, how to notate. There's no right way to notate. When I say that songwriting is not song thinking, and that you have to sort of find some way to communicate your song to someone else. You don't actually have to write a song down to communicate it. We have all this technology. You can sing it or hum it into a recording device, and then play that recording for someone and let them like read along with the melody. Paul McCartney couldn't read music when he was a Beatle, for God's sake, and think of what all this crap that he managed to communicate. Yeah, I have classical training. I can write things down classically, and that absolutely, in my band, that is absolutely useless to most of my band members who don't read classical notation. So there's tablature for different instruments. There's just chord charts you can use. Anything you can come up with to communicate your song is great, including just playing it as competently as you're able into a recording device and saying, here, listen to this. So that's I think what I mean. Don't be embarrassed that you can't write classical notation, I guess is one thing to say. And any way you can find to communicate your song to another human being works. Is that at all helpful? Is somebody still worried? Speak up.
I can't sing and write the damn notation at the same time.
You don't need to. That's the thing, is you need to just sing it whatever way you want into your device, and that will do just fine.
Right, and that's one of the joys of collaboration, because I love collaborating with people who have skills that I do not. I once wanted to have horn arrangements in a recording, and what do I know about horn arrangements? Nothing. And so I conned this friend who played horn to come and write out horn arrangements for me. That I couldn't read, but he then he played it back to me on some sort of multi-voiced electronic device. Said, oh, that's what it's supposed to sound like. Very good. Let's do that. So, yeah, somebody says?
Tony. Yeah, so there's one thing that we're using right now. Everybody who is in this seminar has a Zoom account, and even a free Zoom account allows you to record to your own computer. Yeah. So you simply get on a 45-minute Zoom meeting with your partner and record your new composition.
Well, what a fine and simple solution that sounds like. Yeah. And then once it's recorded, it can be shared with people?
Yeah, it produces both an audio file and a video file on your own computer.
Holy moly. All right, well, boy.
Although it's worth noting, it tries to hide it. You have to do some searching to find it. It goes into a Zoom folder that you might not even know exists. It insidiously loads onto your computer, whether you like it or not.
Ew, a Zoom folder. All right, well, there you go. Start burrowing through your files and try to find your own Zooming. All righty. Let's see. Yael, since some of us have to leave early, could you please give us any homework assignments? Oh, well, I think the homework assignments are pretty much done. they're ongoing at this point. If you can hang a song, if you haven't yet hung a song on the bones of another song, please try. If I'd like you to try to find at least half a dozen lurks a day, and if you can pick your favorite lurk and turn that into a stanza, a four line stanza of lyrics, that'd be great. That's an ongoing sort of exercise that you can just carry out into the world after the class is over and just do it forever. Let's see, what was the other one? No, well, those are sort of the ongoing ones. I've got a couple of in-time exercises I want to try today, and then those you can then take home and expand from what you're able to do in a few minutes here in class, and then see if you can expand them into a more fully formed idea. Let's see here. All right, let's just, since time is not my friend in this thing. All right, I want to have fun every day. And one of the fun things to do is the joy of discovery of unexpected, ridiculous things that come out of your brain. And this is what's going to happen next. Do you all have the alphabet free writing? Anybody print this out for yourself? The idea is the following: write a single sentence using words that start with every consecutive letter of the alphabet. One sentence, 26 words. And the trick is not to think too hard. So the idea, what I provided was a printed sheet with the whole alphabet vertically. So if you got a piece of paper, just write the alphabet vertically, and then as quickly as possible. And I'd like to spend less than 2 minutes doing this. Write a sentence using all 26 letters. And I'm going to do it too. I always come up with something different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give us a couple of minutes on the timer here. And hello, we're on the timer. And
I reposted the link for people, but obviously all you need to do is go A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
yes, that's why I'm not too worried. I think everybody's got a piece of paper, or you should, because that was one of the requests for joining our happy band here. So, all right, starting now, we got a couple of minutes. So write yourself a sentence, A through Z. Here goes nothing. Well, that was 2 minutes, but I'm not done yet. Anybody finish in 2 minutes? uh, uh, another couple of seconds here. All right. So with any luck, you've got a completely absurd and mostly nonsensical 26-word sentence, right? Right. I hope you had fun with that. I never know what's going to come out of my head when I do this. So the next thing we do is read down it. And are there any like 4 or 5 consecutive words that make sense to you that say anything curious? Here, I'll read mine. I kind of really flew off the rails there, but any boy can do exactly 5 gigantically high ice jumbles, kicking little men, nodding off, prodding cues, resting silently toward underground volleyball worlds, x-rayed yet zeroed out. Yeah. Kicking little men, nodding off. There's an image. Anybody got a good like 5-word series phrase that you might be able to use? Oh, stop! I'm gonna turn this damn thing off. Stop! I don't want it. All right, sorry.
That's a happy tune.
It's such a happy tune. Yes, I always set things for happy tunes. Why not? Life is too short. So, who's got one? Yeah. Let's hear what you got.
So 5 consecutive words.
Yeah.
Nervously outside, possibly quite rambunctiously.
Okay. So what you can do with this is take that hunk and now do a second right, trying to figure out what that means.
A second right with the alphabet, or free writing?
Use that thought which is contained in those five words, which you wrote, and then the words were individual words. Now they're a phrase. So now using that phrase, try to figure out what that might mean, and spend a couple of minutes. Not now, but this is spend a couple minutes, maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and just free write. Just write, as slow as you like with your injured paw, but see where that takes you. Okay, so that. It's a way into your subconscious. Like I don't know what exactly 5 gigantically high ice jumbles might be, but I'm going to find out after this class is finished. I'm going to do a free write to figure that one out, because I'm not interested in underground volleyball worlds. So who else has got? Oh, Holly. Sorry, I want to kill my phone. Sorry. Cancel, everything, cancel, turn you off, go away. So anyway, I'm looking to see if it's anybody else. Oh, all bees can dive everywhere. Suzanne, I love that. All bees can dive everywhere. Okay.
A boy can't do everything.
A boy can't do everything? Truer words were never spoken. Yeah, you know what I'd like to find out? What boy are you talking about? Tell me more about that boy. If it, yeah, a boy. Yeah, dive in there and get particular with that one. I want to know more about that boy. See, Kathy, are these words that were repeated as we wrote the sentences? I'm not sure what the question is.
But I'm not sure what we took those 5 words from.
Oh, well, from your succession of the alphabet free writing. The idea is just to kind of read through it, and if any 4 or 5 words strike you as actually being a phrase, just pull them out all by themselves, and then they now exist on their own merit, and use them to start you off on another writing exercise. All right. So enough of exercises. Let's see. So how many actual songs do we have? I have at least one song. Tony and Celia, you've got one song that you wrote, the melody that you put Lisa's lyrics to, n'est-ce pas? Where are you? I'm looking for Tony somewhere. Tony is gone. Tony's
there. He's just not hearing us.
All right. There he is. All right. Well, maybe he's hung up. He looks like he's frozen.
No, he's not frozen.
He just okay. Tony
Becker. Maybe he's arranging things.
All right. Very good.
Texting something for somebody else. Go ahead.
Are you prepared to sing us the melody to the lyrics that you got from Lisa?
I think he's asking you to skip him for a minute. He's working on something else at the moment.
Okay. Does anyone else have one?
I'm ready.
Oh, you are ready. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah. Luckily, there was somebody else available there. So let's get the thing going here. I may not get these to scan properly. I'm sorry, Lisa, if I screw this up.
Oh, I forgot to say, when I said that there are rules in presenting songs, one is when you comment on somebody else's songs, keep your comments positive. The only other rule is no apologies. Okay, there you go.
Oh, I can't apologize?
Nope. You can explain. You
got to be careful what you ask for.
No apologies. Okay, let's have it.
So you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
A dog, a cat, or a goldfish? Which will you have by your side? Pets or familiars are antidotes to such isolation that you can't abide. They're not foolproof against lonely. They won't cure a single disease. But if you are looking for someone to feed, then they aim to please. A dog, a cat, or a goldfish? Take your pick if you can. Animal shelters can hardly keep up with supply and demand, and well, not science has shown us seniors who live with their pets are 1, 2, 3 times as likely to owe pets.
Pets.
All right, loud cheers, universal applause. That's words fail me. Well, that was unbelievably cool.
Well, Lisa wrote the lyric.
Yes. So here's the question now, Lisa. Now he came up with this sort of 3/4 waltzy setting. Is that anywhere close to the setting, to the rhythm that you originally had for the song it came from?
Yeah. It was "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Okay, which also kind of has a implied 6. Okay.
Oh, it's definitely a waltz.
Yeah.
Okay, so you picked up on that, which was just by doing the.
Well, it wouldn't scan as a 4, so it had to be a 3.
Okay, well, yeah. Sometimes you get a choice. Sometimes you can take it in more than one direction. And the other thing that if any of you are struggling with fitting lyrics to a melody or to chords, one of the things that a lot of people kind of forget when they're saying, all these words, how do I do that? You can always leave spaces at the ends of lines. You can hold notes out, and you can always leave spaces. So when in doubt, if something doesn't completely scan right, you can leave a little space at the end of a line, see what happens. And then the other thing that you can feel free to do, which I don't think is being disrespectful to the lyricist that you're working with, is you can repeat things. You can repeat lines, you can repeat words, you can repeat parts of lines. And sometimes that helps, especially if a line strikes you as being particularly powerful. If it like really works for you, you say, this line of all the lines I've got to work with, this line really is cool. Well, what that says to me is it's a potential kind of hook line. It's an important line. So maybe say it twice. So I hope was that helpful for anybody. Get anybody out of a corner that you might have painted yourself into. All right. So
does Lisa have a reaction? You might want to ask what Lisa's reaction is too.
Yes, where is Lisa? Lisa, there you are.
Very happy about it, and sure.
Fun lyrics, really fun lyrics, and very apropos of the moment. And I have a pandemic puppy, so.
I love it. I love it, and yeah. So what you've got ahead of you, Lisa, is the opportunity to try to take me out of the ball game out of your head and sing yourself Tony's melody, and because I think that's really sweet. It's
I mean, I got it.
And also this is recorded, so you can always come back to this. The links for all of these videos will be posted, so you can always listen if you're not having an easy time remembering.
Sorry?
Sorry?
I sent Lisa the lead sheet.
Oh, good.
Okay, great.
She's got it.
Great. All righty. Yeah. Well, if those of you who have the collaborative tools to send things in writing, please do. And I will make myself available out in the world. After Sunday, don't think that I've fallen off the planet. If you need help with anything to tie up loose ends and finish things that you've started, having anything to do with this class, I would love to continue the conversation with you and help you finish things off. Things that don't quite work, or just like some feedback. I love that. So we can continue that. I think you'll all have my. Do I need to post my Celia? Post my email address again. We'll do that daily. Thank you. All right. So there was that. I'm saving kind of the sensory free write for tomorrow. But for today, let's see. Let me talk a little bit about cliches. Does everybody have a pretty firm idea of what a cliche is in a song? All right. So, hi, Natasha. Welcome back. I wasn't sure you're coming back. Oh, Natalia, sorry. A cliche is anything that happens in a song that you go, kind of makes you groan, saying, "Oh, I've heard that 1,000 times before," or it seems like a lazy way to express yourself. And the problem with cliches is that all cliches started out being cool. I mean, somebody had to say it the first time, and whoever came up with it first, yeah, that was fun. But after some song, does it, Moon and June, easy rhymes. After a while, people kind of say, well, couldn't you come up with something better than that? So, does anybody have an idea of a good cliche, a lyrical cliche that maybe whenever you hear it, it strikes you as Oh yeah, right. Assignment, write a love song. I love that, Holly. One of my students, the assignment, write a love song without using the words love or heart. Absolutely, that's right. You know, like you know, is there a love song in Spanish that does not say corazón? I don't think so. But can you do it?
Yes, she did brilliantly.
Of course you can.
Put in it something specific that happened between you and your husband, an event, a specific event. So she described them, two of them rolling around on the floor, and they're both in their 60s, right? So
wonderful.
Yep.
Wonderful. Well, and you just said a really cosmic truth. When you are a lot of times when you find yourself in Clichéville, a lot of times it has to do with you're trying to write something that is really deep, that is saying something important to you. But every songwriter has this experience where you're saying something that you're about to open your heart a little bit wider, and you're about to become a little tiny bit more vulnerable to the world by saying something that is true and intense for you. And it's very tempting to push this away, to hold it away from you somehow, to keep things, to be vague, to be general, or what's very common is to not make a lyric about you, but to make a lyric about somebody else. So you write, instead of writing in the first person about yourself, you write something in the third person about them. So they're feeling this, they're doing this, they're having this angst, they're having this relationship, they're having this adventure. And it's safe to talk about how emotionally fraught that might be for them. But you read it and you say, well, it kind of falls flat. Well, it falls flat, possibly, often, because you're holding it at arm's length. And if you were to then take a lyric that's written in the third person and then turn it around and write it in the first person instead, that what you find is, wow, it's specific because it's about a person. That person is you. Other people you can write a song about in first person, and as I said before, your job as a songwriter is to say something beautifully, say something important, say something truthful, and you just put it out there. You stick it in the middle of the circle, and the listener has got to come into the circle and take it the rest of the way. They have to then absorb what you've said and make it make sense in their world. And you cannot dictate to them how to feel, how to react to that. That's all their business. But if you can get any reaction, you have done your job. You have made a connection that songs are uniquely powerful in doing.
I like when you've also suggested the whole simile versus metaphor angle.
Oh, yeah, that's a different conversation also. Yes, but yeah, using a metaphor. There are metaphors. Does everybody understand the difference between a metaphor and a simile? I will be brief.
Expound, please.
I will be brief. A simile is a verbal construction where you say, this is like that. This is like that. A metaphor is when you say, this is that. Love is like a rose is one thing, but if you say love is a rose, that takes you down a different road. Similes, in my humble opinion, tend to be less powerful than metaphors. Metaphors can be unbelievably complex and deep, and you can wander around in a metaphor a long time. Let's see here. Well, I was talking about cliches. And within the last year, I've been chewing on a song that I finally kind of got presentable recently, that came from a cliche. And what I was trying to do is not deny the existence of the cliche or the fact that it existed, but to sort of say, tip my hat to its origin. At one time, it worked, but then I never wanted to hear it again quite like that. But was there a way to sort of circle kind of close to that cliche and use the idea without invoking the cliche? And this is something that I like to think that I succeeded. I just succeeded in my own mind. I like what happened here, but the cliche was at least one old country song used a line, something like you stomped on my heart, and you walked on my heart and you stomped that sucker flat. And then there was another, somebody took that further and said, you just sort of stomped on my aorta, which was amusing enough. But the idea of stepping on somebody's heart to wound them. Have we all heard that a lot? Have we heard that more than once? Can we agree that that's a cliche that we really don't need to say again? I think so. But there it was, staring me in the face. And so let's see here. So this, let's see. Let's see here. Do I have? So I don't forget the words. So this is stomping on my heart. Was where this came from, but this is where it went, and I got. You pushed all my buttons, yanked on my chain, and left muddy footprints all around my brain. You had me play Ginger Rogers to your Fred Astaire, and then you spun me off stage like I was never there. Well, I've been kicked around some, and I know how it feels to be walked up and down on with 6-inch heels. This heart's hard to break, but it's easy to bruise. So if you can't step lightly, please take off your shoes. Well, I picked only winners, I called every shot. I rolled only 7s and I slid in hot. But you swung for the fences, hit my heart like a ball, and sent it clear over that left field wall. But if this is all just a game, then who's keeping score? And can you tell me what side I've been playing for? So call it a draw, or play it to lose. But if you can't step lightly, please take off your shoes. I'll leave out the instrumental break. If our life ran on Broadway, our names up in lights, we couldn't help closing on opening night. I'd miss every entrance, you'd blow all your cues, and we'd slip out of town before the first reviews. But we can write a new script, didn't care for the first. We can skip all those scenes that went from bad to worse. Lay down a soundtrack of old 12-bar blues. And if you can't step lightly, please take off your shoes. That's that. Oh, so I'm very happy with that song. That just amuses the crap out of me. But so that's one of those things where, thank you, Alan. So I like to think that that's a fair example of starting with a cliche, and then sort of orbiting it. You're close enough so that you can kind of see it from here, but you didn't fall into the gravity well that would take you into cliche, the world of cliche. Now, I don't know if that example is helpful to anybody, but it would be really kind of cool to collect some examples of awful cliches. And if we could, like a cliche that is like, just, out and out awful that happens in songs, and see if we can find a way to use them as a jumping off point to something that is A, not awful, and B, not a cliche, and maybe C, something we actually enjoy singing. If you think of one after class, email it to me, and we can talk about it further next time. But let's see. Yes, stomp backwards in the high heels. Like, thanks, Yael. Let's. All right. Well, everybody, you can follow Yael's overly little.
You've got 5 more minutes. And
5 more minutes.
If anyone wants to move to another breakout room after the fact, is that something of interest? In which case, then fire circle's open.
Fire circle. We'll go to the fire circle. I will go to the fire circle after this, and tie up any and all loose ends. So I can be there for as long as you guys want me. Just if nobody knows how to get to the fire circle, say so now, and Celia will help you. But it's so you go down to the breakout rooms, and you go to you just go down to where it says fire circle, but we're not going there yet because we still have this room to ourselves. Let's see. Anybody have anything that they want to share right now as far as succeeding in making does anybody write any lyrics, for instance? Who has done so? I see Ellen is nodding. Is that just you're just nodding because you're polite, or you have something? You got a lyric? Let's have it. Let's hear Ellen.
Okay, I took a known children's rhyme, and I saw an object this morning in my house, and I wrote this. See if I could read it. You can hear me, right?
I hear you.
I hear you. You're fine.
Okay.
I'll just use the chat because I can't hear you.
My writing. I have a sock that can't be found, although I've scoured all around. Just a little while ago, I know it was a pair, and I'll keep on hunting it until I see it there, 'cause I've a sock that can't be found. Does anybody know the song, the children's song that came from?
No,
Not
I
anybody?
don't. I love it. Is there more? Is there more to that? Is that where you?
That's just 4 lines, but this original song is, this is the song that never ends. It just goes on, and it's 4 lines, but it goes on forever.
Well,
Sherry Lewis sang it on Lamb Chop.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. Hey, all right.
Oh boy, talk about dating yourself.
Really?
Oh, I love Sherry Lewis. My mommy made me a lamb chop puppet when I was about.
I want to make sure to end the recording at the right time because, of course, yesterday the recording went on, and Denise has the longest video recording of all the workshops from hers forward, from Brema onward. So, and I want to make sure Terry can do what she needs to do for Kevin. So I think it would be time to wrap up.
Yes, I'm going to wrap. I'm going to finish up. Just to recap, make sure that everybody's got this. I have to resend Tony's lyrics to Allison. I think it's the only person that does not have the lyrics that I intended them to get.
No, actually, I found it in my spam folder, so I'm good.
You're good. Okay.
Kate needs something, right, Kate?
See, now that's a lurker line right there. I found it in my spam folder.
Yeah, so 21st century lurks. Yes. So Kate, you want some lyrics, right?